We're in the middle of a major astrological cycle, and the charts behind it are speaking real clear. Right now, Pluto is retrograde in early Aquarius, 2 degrees, activating the Leo-Aquarius axis, the tension between personal ego and collective systems, individual control and public accountability. This isn't just a slow-moving generational shift. The current transits are triggering very specific placements in the birth charts of Donald Trump, Jeffrey Epstein, and Ghislaine Maxwell, bringing long-hidden dynamics back into the spotlight. Donald Trump has a Leo stellium in the 12th house. Trump has Pluto at 10 degrees, Mars at 26 degrees, and his ascendant is at 29 degrees, all located in the 12th house, the area of hidden motives, institutions, secrecy, and private enemies. Pluto in Aquarius is now moving into a direct opposition with these placements. This is a classic transit of pressure and confrontation, especially involving any unresolved power dynamics or private alliances. And with Mercury currently retrograde in Leo, it's revisiting and reactivating the same area, bringing back information, discussions, and disclosures that have previously been hidden. Epstein's sun, 0 degrees, transiting Pluto, is currently retrograde at 2 degrees Aquarius, directly conjunct that point. Even after death, transiting Pluto on the natal sun can correlate with the resurgence of attention, revelations, or reevaluation of one's influence. Pluto is at 22 degrees Leo, retrograde, and this Pluto is conjunct Trump's Mars and Ascendant, also in Trump's 12th house. This overlay suggests that Epstein's influence is imprinted in the hidden layers of Trump's public image and personal drive. The 12th house connection indicates secrecy, denial, or suppressed entanglement. Now, Pluto in Aquarius is slowly applying opposition pressure to that Leo cluster, surfacing what was kept out of view. Ghislaine Maxwell has her moon and north node in Leo, which in synastry fall in Trump's 12th house. This reinforces the pattern of behind-the-scenes emotional ties and karmic alignment between the two. Mercury retrograde in Leo is now crossing over these points and forming a square to Maxwell's natal Neptune in Scorpio, which is located in her 6th house, the domain of routines, servitude, roles, and day-to-day operations. This square highlights distortion, secrecy, or manipulation within her functional role or public service persona, especially in how she performed duties behind closed doors. It suggested miscommunications or re-examinations of her workplace behaviors, health themes, and how she used performance as a tool for control. Today, July 26th, the new moon in Leo is lighting up the 12th as it moves through and applies to Trump's ascendant. This is the realm of success, hidden power, and unconscious patterns. This lumination moves through Trump's 12th, whereas Mars, Pluto, and Ascendant sit. It also hits Maxwell's moon and north node in Leo, which fall into Trump's 12th by synastry. And it brushes Epstein's Pluto in Leo retrograde, also sitting in Trump's 12th. Shared Neptune squares, a web of illusion. All three figures, Trump, Maxwell, and Epstein, carry hard Neptune aspects that distort perception, identity, and truth. Trump has Mercury square Neptune, creating a pattern of strategic communication, image manipulation, and blurred truths in public messaging. His words are often performative and shaped by illusion and projection. Maxwell's moon in Leo squares Neptune in Scorpio in her 6th house, tying emotional expression to hidden agendas in her daily roles. This suggests manipulated loyalty, romanticized servitude, and secrecy embedded in routine behaviors. Epstein's sun square Neptune shows a core identity cloaked in deception, charisma used as a mask, and a life built on fantasy, illusion, and distorted selfhood. Together, their Neptune squares form a shared signature of disinformation, denial, and seductive control, a psychic fog where truth is subjective and narrative is weaponized. And as previously mentioned, Trump's having his 8th house annual perfection year, which is shared finances, legal entanglements, scandal, debt, financial, or karmic, exposure of what's hidden or taboo. Recent news reports indicate that Trump is currently in discussions about a possible pardon for Ghislaine Maxwell. This aligns perfectly with the 8th house perfection themes of hidden alliances, shared power, and controversial entanglements resurfacing. This astrological timing is significant given the current reports of a possible pardon. With transiting Pluto opposing his natal Leo placements, the structures of secrecy, influence, and loyalty are being examined and challenged. From a bigger perspective, Pluto in Leo versus Pluto in Aquarius is an entire situation that reflects a broader generational dynamic. Pluto in Leo only centralized power control through personal influence, ego-based leadership. Pluto in Aquarius, which is 2023 to 2044 approximately, systematic reform, transparency, collective power, and decentralized truth. Trump and Epstein both belong to the Pluto and Leo generation, a cohort that often consolidated personal power and influence behind the scenes. Now, Pluto in Aquarius is dismantling those structures through collective exposure, technological documentation, and social demand for transparency. In summary, Epstein's sun is conjunct transiting Pluto in Aquarius, which is retrograde, and it's revisiting his legacy. Epstein's Pluto is retrograde in Leo conjunct Trump's 12th house of Mars and Ascendant. Maxwell's moon and node are also in Trump's 12th house, indicating emotional ties and secrecy. Pluto in Aquarius is opposing Pluto in Leo, exposing what was never meant to be public. This more than a media moment, it's a long-building convergence of astrological patterns revealing what's been denied privately, publicly, and generationally. Let's revisit the critical overlap of Trump's natal Mars and Ascendant, both in the 12th house, and they're tightly conjunct Epstein's natal Pluto at 22 degrees Leo, which is also retrograde. This is not just a passing influence. Epstein's Pluto represents deep psychological power, control, and hidden intensity. And the retrograde motion in his natal chart implies that his power was turned inward, repressed, or distorted over time. It also reflects karmic loops and patterns that revisit until confronted. The fact that Epstein's Pluto is conjunct Trump's drive, Mars, and his public mask or identity filter, Ascendant, all tucked into Trump's 12th house, it speaks volumes. And Ghislaine Maxwell, her moon, the North Node, it's in his 12th house as well, and it's in her 3rd. Mercury retrograde is currently squaring Maxwell's Neptune, and it will do so 3 times. Before the retrograde, during the retrograde, which is right now, and after it stations direct. This back and forth square creates a slow unraveling of any distorted narratives or illusions tied to her 5th house themes. What this shows us is Epstein's influence may have had a direct imprint on Trump's hidden motivations, private actions, and unconscious behaviors. And now, with transiting Pluto in Aquarius, retrograde, opposing all of this, it's dredging up what's been buried and applying pressure for truth, reckoning, or exposure, all while being conjunct to Jeffrey Epstein's sun. This aspect underscores just how interconnected their charts are and why this unfolding drama is as astrologically potent as it is politically and socially significant. If you stay to the end, this is Risa with Adventures in Astrology with a Breakdown.